college is a gateway for many people in life, and like with every gateway, there comes with good and bad things about it. One thing about college that comes with is that it comes with expenses, and I'm talking specifically about textbooks. I know everyone sitting before me most likely has thrown down a couple $100s or more just to pay for one textbook, and sometimes we barely even open it. Okay, maybe we use it more, but I know we have books that teachers say, you will use this your whole life. And I haven't gotten to that point yet. But my books are collecting dust on my shelves, under my bed, and I've only opened some of those once and some not even yet. Personally, I'm at school not on a scholarship. I maybe have like a $1,000 grant. And all the student loans I'm going to be coming out of college with will add up to enough to buy a house. And that isn't including textbook cost. Personally, all the books that I pay for are out of my own personal pocket. I don't use my student loans to pay for them because that's just more that will build interest over time and more I will have to pay back. I actually have a separate account saving up for everything, but now there's going to be less money in there due to the cost of having to pay for textbooks. That's why I believe that college students should get college textbooks for free. In an article by Derek Shifton titled, "College Textbooks Should Be Free for Every Student," there is talk about getting rid of pay for college textbooks. He states that the federal investment is expanding the uses of open education resources, could significantly lower college textbooks costs, and reduce financial barriers to higher education. There are those out there who can't afford college, and private scholarships are based off of grades, SATs, and ACT scores. Now, I'm going to give you a hypothetical, but it could be extremely plausible. It could be people you know or things that you're going through yourself. Now, I want you to think about a student, someone who works really hard in high school, gets good grades, SAT scores and everything, and maybe gets a full-ride scholarship to the school of their dreams, either being private, public, or an Ivy League. Well, based off of their financial support, their scholarship only covers the cost of their tuition and their room and board and all that amenities, but it doesn't cover the cost of textbooks. Now, to people who are more well off, thinking that spending like $1,000 for one semester of textbooks would be okay, but for that person, $1,000 that they probably save up and put towards their family so they can help pay for food on the table and help have their house going, it's not an option, and they can't actually go and get a higher education. So they end up not bettering their lives for themselves, for their families, their future, or anything like that. But if college textbooks were free, the person who would be able to attend college, they would be able to get a nice job, have a comfortable living, and start a new generation for their family line, and have others achieve higher education just like themselves. Stated in an online report by Allie Bidwell, the title of the report was, High Textbook Prices Have College Students Struggling. And it actually states that students are choosing to purchase textbooks and are accepting lower grades due to it. I know I've done this myself, just because of the fact that I don't have the extra $200 to buy a book. Also stated by Ethan Sanak in that same article, he states that the textbooks market is broken and students are paying for it, the price. As of right now, there is nothing in place to show how to not pay for textbooks would be better for college students, and there's no way that I can say it would. But if there was something in place, just looking back at high school, where the school would pay for the books, it would allow students to learn and not have to worry about paying for the extra costs of it. We pay for education. They should be providing it, which includes textbooks. They do offer to buy back textbooks that you buy through your school store, but you only get the fraction of the cost that it is. You can also have the options to rent or use, but either way, you're still losing money in the end. I know I bought a $200 textbook, and when I sold it back to our school store, I got $11 in return for it, and it was brand new. Then, I was never informed by the teacher that I was going to need it for the next semester. Luckily, I was able to borrow a friend's book that already paid a ridiculous price for it. But when you go through and you want to sell back your books to try and earn a little extra, like through college sites or buyback stores, you still only get a part of what you actually paid the book for. And then you still have the teachers nagging in your ear, you're going to use this your whole life. And those are books that I have not even opened yet that relate to my main courses. If the college you attended bought all your textbooks based off of a 4-year degree for each semester, the average student would end up saving $4,000 to $8,000 by the time they graduated. That's almost a whole semester tuition pay at a public school in New York State. See it now though. If all the money that we spent on textbooks went into a bank account with building interest, you would be able to pay back student loans and have money left over. The students who risk getting lower grades because of it being too expensive, and they could be failing out of college. Those who strive to get a higher education are handicapped by the expenses and are unable to achieve their goals. We are the land of opportunity after all. Let's make it be true. Being the generation of millennials, we have the chance to change it for our future families. Those to first go to college, those to reduce the cost of college, those to still allow higher education. But it all starts with us and making college textbooks free. Thank you.